Welcome. It's time for another Funk McLovin special. Let's talk about Sasuke. Now, Sasuke Uchiha is my mortal enemy. I've got this. So most of my video essays are in the style of sort of very calm, very sort of meticulous points that I'm trying to enunciate about sort of a dialectical discussion of, of a work. But I've dragged out my green screen and I've dragged out my beautiful visage sans eyes, and I have brought out this Guinness, which I like now for some reason, now that I'm a whole fucking adult. Oh my god. I'm such a fucking slob. And I want to talk about Sasuke Uchiha, because he's a fucking scoundrel, and I hate him. I hate his guts. God damn it. And I want to capture some of the, oh man. I got shit on my shirt already. I'm already so pissed about Sasuke I could cry. It's good. This is good, actually, because I put my shirt on that says, "This cat is my dad." Now, this is an in-joke between myself and a person named Plaz online, and Plaz helped me with coming up with many of these theories and whatnot, so, thanks to Plaz. I'm going to try to get it in frame a little more here. This cat is my dad. Now, like I said, this video essay is going to be in a more loose style, because instead of capturing my specific thoughts, I want to capture my specific emotions about this character. So, I've prepared 5 points. They have an associated graphic that I'm going to put up on the green screen. That's why this whole rigmarole is all for the express purpose that I've brought on my green screen, and I want to make use of it. Point number 1, the potential. Now, Sasuke, when we meet him, and I should specify, I'm only 107 episodes in, right when Sasuke is leaving Konoha, and that is what made me consider to write this video, because he pissed me off so fucking much, and that was the breaking point. And I know there's more Sasuke shit that comes after this, and I don't care. So Sasuke, he begins as a foil to Naruto. Naruto in the show exists as sort of this person who has a lot of potential. He's the nine-tailed fox, he's got it in his belly. But Sasuke represents someone that Naruto can strive to be. And in a competently written show, then Sasuke would slowly come to terms with the fact that Naruto is catching up to him, etc., etc. Unfortunately, that's not the case. My cat's scratching at the wall. Get out of here. It's brand new. So Sasuke begins as this character who is a foil to Naruto, and I think that's terrific. Because in the beginning, he's a dick to Naruto over and over because he's so much stronger. Now, the girl that Naruto likes has a crush on him, which he's smug about in the beginning. The show works very hard to make you know that people like Sasuke. Like, there's that part in the beginning where everyone gets a huge boner over Sasuke. You know, Naruto, sees Sasuke and he's like, he's not all that. But he is. At the beginning, he is all that. So you get to the Zabuza arc, and then you start to have this interesting relationship between Sasuke and Naruto. They are rivals now. Instead of just two people who kind of hate each other's guts, they're rivals, with Naruto as, the rival that's a little bit below Sasuke. So you have all this potential for a good character. You have all this meticulous setup, but it goes absolutely nowhere. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Which brings me to point number 2, which is Sasuke dick suck disease. You can see it right there. Sasuke dick suck disease. Everyone wants to suck Sasuke's dick. Now this begins as this makes sense, because Sasuke is this great ninja. He's the last of the Uchiha clan, you find out. And you don't really know what that means until later on. But Sasuke, everyone loves him. Great. If you want to have that as your beginning, that's fine. But Sasuke does a lot of shit that precludes him after the beginning from being the guy who everyone fucking loves. The first instance of this is in the Chunin exams. In the Chunin exams, everyone wants to see Sasuke's fight, even though there are a lot of other fighters who matter a lot more than Sasuke. Like, Neji is from one of the royal families as well. Not the royal families, but one of the prestigious families. Hinata is from the same family. She's from the main vein, so a lot of people might want to see her. Naruto makes a massive upset against Kiba, in the Chunin exam preliminaries. So all this shit is like, why does everyone want still to suck Sasuke's dick? And now at this point it's like, all right, well, we'll forgive all this. You know, he's still a cool kid, and you know, there's this whole mystique about the Uchiha clan, and you're building that. So we'll give that up. Eventually, Sasuke gets to fight Gaara, and then the Chunin exams fall apart. Now this is where shit gets fucked up to me. This would be a perfect place to say, okay, now Sasuke gets his ass handed to him in the Chunin exams, and Naruto has to come save him. Meaning everyone would flip and say, alright, well, now Naruto has some potential, and Sasuke isn't all that. But no, this is not what happens. So Naruto goes into the woods and fights Sasuke with a big frog, which actually happens. I'll put a little picture up here of it. Sasuke sits around and watches like a bitch the whole time. And so you think in your brain, in your thinking brain, which has seen like shows before, you know what's going to happen next. Sasuke is going to get shown up by Naruto, and everyone's going to start recognizing him instead, and he's going to be the one that has to catch up to Naruto now. But that doesn't happen. Everyone still wants to suck Sasuke's fucking cock. Before all this shit went down, Kakashi's like, oh well, you know, he's got the Sharingan, so I gotta teach him a little trick. And that's fine if Kakashi wants to do that, because Naruto has to go out and, you know, fuck with Jiraiya. But this is not only favoritism for Sasuke. This is favoritism for Sasuke for one reason. Because Kakashi does not find more trainers for Naruto and Sakura, who he's leaving in the lurch now. No, he finds a shitty teacher for Naruto. Naruto has this whole arc where he has to find a different teacher. He doesn't even get a teacher for Sakura. He's just like, fuck her. And it sucks. So he's showing favoritism for this guy who's kind of a jackass at this point. So you get the idea. Sakura never stops giving a shit about Sasuke. Not once. Not once in this whole show. He gives her almost nothing. And yet we're supposed to, like, enjoy the characterization between them. We're supposed to sit there and think, man, what good chemistry they got. I mean, I feel bad for Sakura. No, you feel like Sakura is a simp for this guy who doesn't give a shit about her, and you hate Sasuke's guts because every time he doesn't give a shit about her is one more time that he's a dick. Everyone wants to suck Sasuke's dick. At the beginning it works, but as it goes on, you start to question, like, why do they still give a shit about Sasuke? And it's just painful. Number 3, I've sequestered. Because, let me tell you about Sasuke. And a lot of these points are borrowed from Dizumaki and Plaz, so bear with me. However, Sasuke... Okay, first of all, let's assume that in Naruto, they operate on, like, anime fashion logic, in which you can just concoct any fucking thing and wear it. Let's take, for example, Naruto. He's got kind of a nice style going on. It's nothing special, it's nothing bad. He's got the little cuff on his thing, he's got a little spiral on his arm. There's a couple little details that I like. He's got the Uzumaki thing on his back. Great. Serviceable. Sakura's design is a little more simple. It's like a pink-red sort of thing, matching her cherry blossom namesake. I like that. Now, Sasuke... No, let me set the stage. No one's seen Sasuke in a while. He's been secretly training with Kakashi in the desert. No one knows if he's going to show up for the Chunin exam finals. But guess what? Out of the dust, out of this incredible, suspenseful moment where they've had to delay, and the crowd is getting uneasy, and all the other combatants are like, where's Sasuke? Where's Sasuke? He emerges, like the Christ from the tomb he emerges. And what is he wearing? But a fucking onesie! What the hell is wrong with you, man? Get your fucking act together. This is... Okay, let's talk about this. This is not just a onesie. This is not simply a onesie, like with... This is a onesie with nothing else under it except bandages. His onesie has like a collar, a cuff. It's not like a crew neck like this. It's like a cuff, it sticks out. The only way a collar like that is going to stick out is if you specifically put a wire in it to keep it that length. Now, not only does he have a collar with a wire, he has pant legs with a wire. What the fuck? He needs to go to fucking fashion school, not ninja school. You know, when I first looked at it, I didn't think much of it. However, the more you kind of stare at it and think about it, the more things appear about it that just fucking drive you insane. Anyway, so the second thing about this outfit, let's talk about this. For some context, Sasuke and Rock Lee had this little fight before the Chunin exams, where, by the way, Rock Lee completely obliterated his ass. So Sasuke decided to steal Rock Lee's moves. Not only did he steal Rock Lee's moves, but he stole Rock Lee's little fucking arm bindings. Now Rock Lee needs these arm binds because he fucking hurts himself constantly in training because he trains so fucking hard. Sasuke does not. Like, he's been out in the woods with Kakashi, sure, but like Rock Lee's are from like years and years of training, specifically taijutsu, because he can't do any other ninjutsu or genjutsu. Sasuke, on the other hand, has been in the fucking desert for a week doing a move that he's already good at. So the reason that he saw Rock Lee and he was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I'm gonna steal that. It's mine now, it's my thing. And it is! And Rock Lee's such a good guy that he's like, later on he's like, oh man, Sasuke is using my moves, that's so flattering. And it's like, no, it's fucking not. You you got your shit ganked, dog. This leads in perfectly to part 4, Sasuke's scumbaggery. Now Sasuke does a lot of move stealing. I'm not gonna lie, so does Naruto. He steals, you know, the Shadow Clone Jutsu from the scroll, and he steals the spiral from the 4th Hokage, but like, he trains to do those, so he kind of earns them. But Sasuke, he's like, the Sharingan, so he just copies people's shit. He copies Lee's taijutsu techniques to beat Gaara. Doesn't even work, by the way. Does not work. He still gets his ass beat. He has to get Naruto to come and save him in the woods from Gaara, because he can't handle it. He's, again, like I said before, he's a jerk to Sakura. He is an absolute fucking dick to Sakura. Sakura has done nothing to deserve the treatment that Sasuke gives her. Like, yeah, she is kind of a simp, like I said before, but that does not, you're not like, okay, first of all, he never tells her, I'm not interested in you. He never says that once. So Sasuke is the type of motherfucker to just, like, let girls like him. I know that's kind of a stretch, but, like, he does never say that. He never specifically pushes her away. He, like, kind of negs her, and she's kind of into it, which is shitty. Like, pick better men, Sakura, please, I'm begging you. Later on, he's angry at Naruto, because when Sasuke's brother comes back, Sasuke's brother, all he wants is Naruto. And, like, for context, again, Sasuke's brother has, like, killed his whole family, so Sasuke has this rage ball in his heart for his brother. So when his brother, who Sasuke's had a hate heart on for forever, comes back and says, I only want Naruto, Sasuke gets kind of pissed off. He does not get pissed off at his brother, like he should, like the murderer, like the evil abuse man. He gets mad at Naruto, which is fucking... What? I know you're a child, but that's like the worst case of anger displacement I've ever seen in my life. He gets saved by Naruto a lot, and I get that they're rivals. I get that they're, like, competing to see who's stronger, but, like, if you are a team, which they have established in the Naruto world that they are, why would you be sad that your fucking teammates saved your ass? Like, after the fight with Gaara, Sakura comes up to Sasuke and it's like, hey, great job in the Gaara fight. Great job beating his ass. And Sasuke's like, it wasn't me who beat his ass, it was Naruto. Now, in a normal shonen anime, what would happen is Sasuke would be like, heh, it wasn't me. It was all Naruto. And then they both look at Naruto like with stars in their eyes, even if they're rivals, you know, even if they're the worst rivals ever. Like, even if it was like Vegeta and Goku. But Sasuke looks at Naruto like he wants to fucking kill him because he saved his ass. If I had a rival who saved my ass, I'd be like, thanks, man. Good going. Yeah, man, Sasuke sucks. Sasuke is, like, objectively weaker than Naruto after the Chunin exams. Like, probably during the Chunin exams. He's probably, like, equally matched with Naruto in the woods, and then Naruto learns with Jiraiya, and then Naruto surpasses him because he can summon a giant toad, he can do a twirly move, etc., etc. Sasuke is now the weaker of the two. Great. Fine. That is, like, established. But still, everyone wants to suck his dick. Now, this is less to do with Sasuke and more with his writing, because it really seems like the author of Naruto wants us to still think Sasuke is like worth fawning over, and he's not. He's not. He gets his ass kicked like 3 times. So you get this idea that Sasuke isn't hot shit anymore, but the show still treats us like he is. His confidence turns from like confidence in the beginning to this blind, horrible superiority near the end, because he's like challenging Naruto to fights, even though he's seen Naruto like summon a giant frog, and Naruto like might not be able to necessarily beat Sasuke in a 1-to-1 fight, depending on the circumstances, but like he doesn't weigh his he doesn't weigh anything. He's just basing it on nothing. All the heart that the character had, like in the Zabuza arc, there was this part where Naruto and Sasuke are being built up as rivals. There's this part where they both are trying to run up a tree to see who can get higher, and eventually they both get to the top, and Sasuke, pulls Naruto over his shoulder, and they both walk home together after they've, surmounted this task. And so this is a good rival relationship that we're seeing. But it completely evaporates by the end, because by the end, like, Naruto is being blamed for, like, Sasuke's brother's, bullshit that he did to him. Near where I am, he decides to go with the Sound Ninjas away to, like, hang out with Orochimaru. And Orochimaru, for those of you who don't know, is, like, the main villain of Naruto up to this point. He's not the main villain, but he's, like, one of the consistent antagonists. So he goes away with Orochimaru because, he wants more power. And this just comes off, like, way wrong. He does it on a whim, is my problem. If he had some, like, story about, oh man, Konoha, I can't reach my potential here, Kakashi can't teach me enough because he doesn't know the Sharingan. There's so many opportunities for Sasuke to say, I need to go somewhere else to build my strength. That would make sense, but he never does that. He just says, the Sound Ninjas show up, try to beat the shit out of him, and he just leaves. And he's a dick to Sakura when he goes too, which is kind of shitty. So that's like all 5 of my points. All this is just to illustrate that just like Sasuke's writing and characterization are both just fucking garbage, and I hate this guy so much. Now, I'm only saying this because otherwise, I love Naruto as a series. I think a lot of the development that Naruto does in the first 100 episodes is incredible. He goes from this fucking idiot kid to someone who can actually do a lot of cool, like, shit. Like, he summons a giant frog and he fights with a sand tanuki, and I think that's really badass. But Sasuke lags behind in that aspect, 100%. Like, he never does anything funny. He's not a good character, and he's not, like, written well. So he fails completely, in my opinion. And like I said, there are so many opportunities where you could just... I'm not, like, a writer of manga. I'm not a writer of shonen anime, but I've seen enough to just off the top of my head think of better ways to characterize this motherfucker. There's some things I didn't talk about. Let's talk about those. Kakashi and Sasuke's relationship is something that I didn't touch on. So Sasuke meets Kakashi as part of Team 7. They kind of, bond like normal. But in the Chunin exams, here's what happens. Kakashi is like, alright, you know the Sharingan, I know the Sharingan, we need to hook up and like, I need to teach you shit. Because you don't know anything. You're just fucking ridiculous. This is great. Kakashi sort of reining in Sasuke's inherent ridiculousness is a great touch, and I love it. The implication is that they've become close, because Kakashi now goes to him specifically. That is, he goes to Sasuke specifically after Sasuke fucks up, and he's like, hey, we need to talk about this. So they're building this like father-son relationship, because... it's very sweet, it's very cool, and like you think that it's gonna pay off in some way, but no, it does not. Sasuke fucking leaves! He's out of there! Kakashi teaches him his best move. Kakashi takes the time to train him instead of Naruto, and for his trouble, my dude fucks off! He fucks right off! He goes out of Konoha, he yells at his fucking shitty non-girlfriend, and he's gonzo! He's gone with the wind, baby! He's done. He fucking leaves. How does Kakashi feel? It's like fucking his surrogate son is now gonzo to go hang out with Orochimaru, who is the most evil man that anyone in the Leaf Village knows. So Kakashi's like, here's your most powerful move. Here's how to use the Sharingan. I'm gonna train you specifically for this whole time. Alright, boss, I'm out. I'm gonna hang out with the Snake Man. Cool, I love it. He's mean to Sakura, and this is like more a criticism of Sakura's writing than, you know, Sasuke's direct actions. But he's a dick to Sakura, and every single time Sakura is like beside herself caring about him. This goes beyond like just an unrequited love thing. This is like Sakura likes someone who does not exist. She's like, oh man, Sasuke is so talented and great. Sasuke has never given her the time of day, ever. Not once. Not once has he been nice to her. Even when they're getting along and like doing teamwork, he's like too obsessed with Naruto to do any of that shit. He doesn't care about her. He's like a gay man. He doesn't fucking give a shit. He's like, whatever, bitch. Fuck you. And up till the end where he leaves, and he does not give her the time of day, and she acts like, you know, they're best buds, like they're the most tight people in the world. This goes beyond like normal simping. This is just fucking sad. He's mean to Naruto. He puts the blame on Naruto for a lot of stuff that Naruto does not deserve. Like, Sasuke, you cannot like unload your whole shtick onto this fucking boy. Like, Naruto has probably like, you know, 3 brain cells tops. He has not harmed you in any way. He's like your best fucking friend. Because unlike Sakura, who you've never given the time of day to, at least you're good rivals with Naruto. But you still treat him like shit. You still blame him for your brother's bullshit. You're unloading all of your own internal bullshit onto this person. And like I said before, they're 12. I get it. They're not the most, you know, emotionally intelligent people. But at the age of 12, I know, like, I feel like I would know if it was my brother or if it was my fucking best friend / rival. His whole arc is like, he needs to work on his teamwork. That's his whole shtick. Like, he sucks at fucking working together with his friends. Whatever. Character like that, it's fine. Like, a really obstinate character like Vegeta or Piccolo or someone who's a jerk and shown in anime who needs to come around. Fine. If you want to have that, that's great. Or even if you want to have that character later betray the group, like Majin Vegeta or whatever, that's fine too. But you have to build up to it, because as it stands, Sasuke is like, yeah, I've learned some lessons about teamwork. We're a great team. In fact, before he leaves, there's a whole like mini arc of filler about them getting along so well. So it's unfathomable to me why he would just be like, nah, I'm gonna chill with the Snake Man. That is the conceit of this whole shtick. Because 100 episodes worth of Naruto have built Sasuke up to like have growth of some kind, but all the man has done is slowly spiral downwards. Like some kind of jock who peaked in high school, and now that he's in the real world, he's like slowly coming to terms with the fact that you know, all the marketable skills he has, you know, make him able to work at McDonald's. I think I only am so mad about this because Naruto has so much potential that it wastes, and Sasuke is the embodiment of this. Naruto is a good show with good concept. It's got a great like soft magic system, like, you know, using chakra to explain away all these moves that they can do, and it still managed to be engaging. It still managed to be fun. But the problem is the pacing sucks, and all the payoff you get is garbage. Like 80% of the time it sucks ass, but the 20% of the time that it does not, it's like sweet fucking nectar. And that sweet nectar keeps you coming in for more. It's like eating shitty nachos, you know? Like, you gotta get through a lot of chips to get some like good nacho cheese in there. Like, I can't think of an analogy right now. I'm 3 fucking sheets to the wind. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but I've talked about this so much that I've drank 3 of these. I don't know how long that is. Let's find out. Oh my god, I hate Sasuke so much. I hate how he's written. I hate his character. And apparently Plaz tells me it just gets worse. And honestly, it's to the point now where I'm just like, bring it on. Bring on more Sasuke suck. Bring on more Sucksuke. Just shovel it down my throat. I don't care. I'm so fucking jaded to it now. It doesn't matter. If people like this kind of video, I'll probably do more of them now that I've got my green screen up and running. But yeah, this has been fun to just talk at a camera with like lose points, so. I just fucking love this stupid show. Sasuke. I put on foundation to talk about Sasuke. Sasuke would not do this for me, alright? He would not do this for anyone. Sasuke would not give me the time of day. You know what? I've fallen for it. I've fallen for the Sasuke disease. I care about him more than he cares about me. Or would ever care about me. This is the problem with Sasuke. He didn't care about people. And I've fallen for it. I'm the Sasuke simp. This video is dedicated to Plaz, and yeah, just I can't wait to watch more Naruto with you. I can't wait to enjoy and imbibe more fucking bullshit. Well, I guess that's it. You know, Sudane is trans, Naruto is good. This cat is my dad. Later days, fuckers.